Hey everyone, welcome back to the Big Sloss Slop Station, where we get to see the sloppiness of online degenerates. We're taking a break from the alpha male sphere and dipping our toes into the realm of lolcow degenerates, and today's topic is a big one. This episode is about Bossman Jack, and recently he got arrested. Again. Just a little self-plug, if you like this video or like my artwork, please hit that subscribe button or like button. I really appreciate any support you guys could offer, and I hope you guys have a great day and enjoy this video. I'm going to try to make this episode as funny and as humorous as I can, but this is also a serious episode about the dangers of being a gambling addict and being addicted to some other things as well. Bossman Jack is an online streamer who streams exclusively gambling sites or like gambling games. Within a single stream, you will watch this man win a lot of money and lose it all just moments later. I've seen the number go as high up to 40K in winnings, and instead of backing out like any normal person would, there's a little voice on his shoulder telling him to press his luck just one more time, and then he'll lose everything. And when he makes his anger very visible. Let's watch a few clips of his behavior and you'll see what I mean. You guys will watch it, but I can't watch it because it's just, it's bad.
Oh my God, dude. Dude, what is this? How does it just turn off like that? Come on, dude, it's not real. That's not real. Oh my gosh. Dude, dude. What? Oh my God. Oh my God. I just lost $3,000. Oh well. Oh! Woo, baby! Cook it up in the kitchen. Flip that omelet. Flip that omelet. I'm cooking up in the kitchen. What do you want? Onions in your omelet, sir? Would you like peppers? Ham, cheese, bacon? What'd you like, sir? Yes, sir. Coming right up. Coming right up. Holy shit. I know fat boys. Oh, I didn't want to lose that first one. Oh, come on. Last one then. Oh, you know what? Last one, you sick son of a bitch. Yeah! Oh my God, boys! Stop playing with us! Stop playing with me! Let me cook! Oh my bro. Oh my.
His streams, needless to say, are volatile. It's filled with the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. It's so sad to watch, to be completely honest. He clearly has a problem, and while it's funny to shoot spitballs at him, this addiction is crippling him for life. From what I understand, he started his gambling journey with RuneScape gambling. And listen, I've never played RuneScape, so I have no idea what gambling on that platform looks like, or even the game for that matter. I don't know if you're gambling for weapons, armor, or gold. I have no idea. The platforms he gambles on now, though, sometimes even sponsor him. I guess it makes sense, right? If someone is funneling a business a whole bunch of money, might as well throw him a bone or two. Sometimes I wonder if that's why he wins so much money, because in his streams he will win 10K, 20K, 30K, and sometimes even more than that. If you add up all of his winnings, he's definitely won and lost well over a few $100,000. Even while being sponsored by these companies, he still winds up making a bunch of money, then losing a bunch of money, and then just going crazy and insulting the game technically insulting his sponsors, and then he normally threatens to end himself, which is honestly just really depressing, and I don't really know how to react to that. In a lot of his content, when he starts losing, he just keeps saying he's going to end himself, and he just says it over and over again. Let's cut back to more of his sad gambling footage just to demonstrate this guy's behavior.
Yeah, buddy. Oh, come on, man. What the f? No. Oh my gosh, dude. Whatever, bro. If I get a 2K again, I'm done. I'm done, dude. I'm fucking done, dude. Oh my god, guys. Come on, dude. That's like a switch, dude. Dude, what the f? No way. Yo, no way, dude. Bro, are you rigging this? What?
Now, I'm no gambling addict, but I can see some of my younger self in Bossman Jack here. And you might be thinking, why on earth do you see a bit of you in him? Well, I used to have a pretty bad anger problem, especially when it came to video games. If I was on a losing streak, which would happen a lot because I kind of sucked at video games when I was younger, I would get frustrated and say some terrible things and do some terrible things. And a good example, story time. One day, I was so mad at a particular game, don't remember which one, but I was so mad I put a hole in the wall at my childhood home. Even looking back, I'm just absolutely disgusted with that behavior. And when I did that, something just happened in my brain, like 2 neurons fired off, and I had the realization that if I continued down that path, it was going to escalate. I would get too angry and bam, there I am in a jail cell. Even my dad told me that at one point, and it was just very sobering for younger me. Since then, my parent made me like patch up the hole in the wall myself, it's kind of funny looking back. But since then, I have had an insane level of patience. Not really just in video games either, but kind of towards everything. Nothing really bothers me. I've learned now that life is really good if you let it be good. And I'm just in a happy state of mind, and I can't let something as stupid as a video game ruin my day. You know, I try to live each day like it's going to be my last day, and I might as well make it a good day. Alrighty, with that short story time of my old anger issues out of the way, let's go back to Bossman Jack and the sad downward spiral of his life. Some of the games we see Bossman Jack play don't even look fun. He's basically tapping a button, and if the screen is green, he wins. If the screen is red, he loses. I've seen this game where it's like a line, and he clicks I don't know what he's doing. He's clicking a button, and sometimes it's on the green and he wins, and sometimes it's on the red and he loses. It's just like a zombie type of behavior, and it reminds me of a drug addict. He's just drooling at the screen and it's flashing colors. And like an example for a drug addict, they take a certain substance and it's not even a high for them anymore. They just hit that zombie stance and rot. And like I said, it's just sad. And I'm going to be saying that a lot in this video, but it's just true. And I can't understand for the life of me why someone would gamble on a video game. I want to talk about that because I feel like that's pretty important. Gambling on a video game seems odd to me because, in the world of gambling, everyone has heard the quote, "The house always wins," right? And it's because the chance of beating the house in any form of gambling is rare. If the house loses more money than it wins, then the house isn't making money and the gambling wouldn't be a successful business. The odds have to be in their favor to be profitable. But for gambling in a video game, it's so much worse. And Bossman Jack here is gambling on essentially a video game. Video games are algorithms. Video games are code. So ask yourself this question. Why would the code be in the player's favor? Well, it's not. And I feel like this should be obvious. Gambling is often advertised as random, as in the chance you have at winning is random. That way, even though the house is still making a profit, at least it still feels fair, even though it's not. But for video games, my guy, they can make that algorithm do whatever they want it to do. Video games are not random. Every part of them is made for a specific purpose. And different companies will definitely, absolutely skew the results in their favor to make an obscene amount of money from your gambling problem. And I think that's what frustrates me more than anything. Recently, gambling has become this huge thing. And every time I see an ad for gambling, to be honest, I get irritated and upset. Now you have sports betting, online gambling, even gambling on your mobile phone with like those mobile games like Candy Crush. It's everywhere. Gambling is leaking into every single market, and I absolutely hate it. Wow, this turned into a long rant about what I don't like with gambling. But with that whole rant out of the way, let's talk about what Bossman Jack did to get arrested again. Now, this is where we all get to gather around the campfire, sing some tunes, hoot and holler, and even chuckle at the man a little bit. So after one of his more recent streams where he gambled a bunch, won a bunch, and lost a bunch, he wanted to take a break from the stream. So he turns off his face cam and then he turns off his microphone. Except he doesn't turn off his microphone. He thinks he did, but it was still on. The chat becomes riddled with viewers and moderators telling him his mic was still on, but he couldn't see them. And while his mic was on, he ordered some substances, if you will. Of course, he was talking in code, if you want to call it that, but it was obvious he was ordering something to calm his nerves after losing so much money. When he returns to the stream, he sees all of the chatters commenting about his mic, and he freaks out. He says that he wasn't doing anything and that the chatters were dumb for thinking he was ordering drugs, blah, 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 all that stuff. But then he still goes to meet with the dealer to get his substances, and he goes back home. I'm not sure exactly what happened after the fact, but somewhere along the way, he gets arrested. This also kind of touches on another addiction that Bossman Jack has, is that he is addicted to substances as well as gambling all of his money away. It seems that he really has just an addictive personality, and right now in this current state that he's in, even if he quits gambling or even if he quits the drug use, he's still going to get addicted to some form of other bad behavior along the line. I've said it a million times already, but this is just a sad story about the dangers of addiction and how it can take over your life and what it can do to you. Now, Bossman Jack records his addiction for all to see and for all to laugh at, but there are a lot of people who don't have a camera living this exact same life, and it's just so sad to see. From my understanding, he is being held for felony possession of an illegal substance with a maximum sentence of being 10 years in prison and the lowest sentence being 12 months and a fine. A lot of people have been throwing around that 10-year number. I guess it looks good for YouTube, but I don't think they realize just how lenient the court system is. If I had to guess, he's probably going to spend a year or two in jail. And honestly, I think that's for the best. Maybe if he spends a year in a cell, it'll snap him out of his bad behavior. Maybe he gets off the drugs. Maybe he realizes that these gambling companies are taking advantage of him. Maybe he realizes just how addicted to gambling he is. And I hope he takes this rock bottom achievement as a wake up call to move his life in a more positive direction. Anyways, this was a very long-winded video filled with many stories that my ADD brain had to rattle off, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you would, please hit that like button, that subscribe button, or leave a comment if you feel like you have something to add. With all that being said, stay safe, everyone, and bye-bye.